live. This dude's coming over here with a leaf blower. He was just way over there. Why did he just... Damn it. Oh well. Alright, man. I'm out here in Nevada right now. It's, Damn. Alright, here. Let me put up the window. Let me put up the window. Right when I went live, like as soon as the countdown happened, he just walked over here and turned on the damn leaf blower. Damn, dog. The heck, Holmes? What's up, party familia? Hen dog. VG. Kyule, kyule. I'm out here trucking it up, Holmes. I'm out here trucking it up, trying to finish off the day. I'm over here at State Line, Prim, Nevada. So, as you guys, can I do that right here? Let me see. Oh yeah. You guys can see right there, Prim Center. All right. Anyway, man. See, dang, I just lost my train of thought because this dude came over here doing this. Anyway, kicking into the new year. Right, here we are now in 2026. Yeah, I'll tell you guys this, dog. Getting into 2025, it seemed like everybody was pumped up. Like, yeah, heck yeah, dog. 2025, right? Probably just because it's 25 years into the new century. 2026, I don't know. That's kind of a weird number. Nobody really seems to be super pumped up. Like, hey, man, this would be a great year. This would be a great year for me. Or, I'm going to do some great things this year. Everyone just seems like, yeah, whatever. But I didn't really see that many people as pumped up as I did going into 2025. I don't know, dog. I guess the number 26 just doesn't get a lot of love for whatever reason. But yeah, all is good. All is good. Artie, all is good, Holmes. I am like I had said on a previous video, I'm actually trucking it more now than before. And that started probably like July or August of last year. Where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll pick up some more work, some more road time, Holmes. Be on the road a little bit more. Let me see. Man, my two friends are truck drivers and they're telling me to get my CDL. They're both truck drivers though. I get anxiety and angry behind the wheel though. I'll tell you this, VG. And I was saying this on Instagram. Dog, I haven't touched Instagram since I came back to YouTube, but I'm going to go over there and do a little bit of stuff over there on IG. Oh, you know what? That's what I wanted to talk about, man. All right, but let me first of all, let me touch on that. But there's a few people that got at me saying that they want to become a truck driver, or they're thinking, I should say that, they're thinking of becoming a trucker in 2026, right? I tell everybody the same thing. It's, okay, look, I don't want to put too much salsa on it, but it's not just a regular job, okay? You're not going to be working 40 hours a week. It's not clock in, clock out, 40 hours, 8 hours a day. You're not going to be doing that. All right? Even if you get yourself a local job, you're still going to be trucking minimum about 10 hours. And that's minimum. But you're going to be hitting 11, 12, 13, even 14 hours. So think about First of all, dog, first of all, it's going to be tough getting yourself a local job with no experience. I'm not saying it's impossible. You can do it. You can. But it's going to be very, very difficult. So, for one, understand your living situation. All right. Do you have a lady? Do you have kids? You know, because they're gonna have to make their proper adaptations, you know, to you getting into trucking as well. Let's just say you do score a local job. Okay, let's just say you score a local job. I'm talking to just anybody and everybody. Let's just say you do score a local job right off the rip. Okay. Well, instead of working, you know, a 8 hour shift, you're working 13 hours a day. Is everybody at home cool with that? Because you're driving to work and then driving home from work. 13 hours is you in the truck. That's not on top of the time that it takes you to drive to work and drive home from work. There's been times, dog, you know, where I'm doing a local route. I just get home just to take a shower, go to sleep, just so I could wake up at 3 in the morning and go do it again. You know, so yeah, you know, you could be in that situation where it's like, hey man, at least I'm home every night. Yeah, you may be home every night, Holmes, but it's not like you get home and you have, you know, 3, 4 hours to relax, watch TV, kick it with your family, or anything of that sort. It's, yeah, you're home, but dog, you gotta basically just take a shower. You don't even have time to eat dinner. You eat dinner when you're closing out your day on the road because you don't want to go to sleep on a full stomach. You basically just go home, take a shower, go to sleep, and wake up. You're gonna be trucking at some odd times. At some odd times, you know. Let me see. Just another year now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what does it take? What does it take? Does it take about a month for the whole New Year thing to kind of wear off? When do you stop telling people Happy New Year? Because I'm still hearing it, which is cool. That's fine. I think after January. There, it's like, that's it. It's done. Yeah, we need more Cholo Truckers on all social media platforms. You know what, man? I'm not that big of a social media dude, though, man. I don't. I'll talk about Instagram right now in a second. Let me see. Do you control your anxiety like any breathing technique? Nah, dog. I don't do that. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Yeah, look, it's not for everyone. And if your living situation, if you got like little kids and you have a woman that really needs you around, you know, I don't recommend it, dog. Because like I said, even if you score yourself a local job, right? And an emergency happens, yeah, you may be local, but dog, you're still 50 miles away. It's not like working at a warehouse or working in an office where you tell your boss, like, hey, I have an emergency. I got to get up. I got to go. Sorry, I'll be back. Or have somebody, you know, pick up the slack for me or something where somebody can pick up your extra work. That's not how trucking works. You're 50 miles away. It's like, okay, hey, have somebody pick up the work for me. How? One driver, one route. Nobody is just, you know, throwing on a jetpack and flying out to where you're at to take your truck, and then how are you going to get back? So, you know, consider all that. You know, an emergency happens at school with your kids. You may be local, but just like I said, you're 50 miles away. You're in a big rig. You got to drive back. And not only do you got to drive back, but don't think that the company does not take that into consideration when it's time to lay mofos off, dog. Where it's like, man, this dude I had to, you know, he had an emergency with his kids, and because that's huge. That's a lot of money that they're missing out right there. Like I said, it's not like a warehouse job. Where it's like, hey, I got an emergency, I got a jam. It's like, all right, don't worry, we'll have Chris and Carlos pick up the extra work or the slack that you leave off. That's not how trucking works. Let me see, where did I leave off? What's up, Derek? Shouts to the Twin Cities. Nah, I wish there was a way I could control it. That's where it's shown. Thank you for getting into details. What is your favorite number? 7. It's always been 7. I don't know why. I can't really tell. I can't really tell you guys why. It's always been 7. There's no story behind it, no anything behind it. It's just, I don't know. It's always been 7. Oh, but you know what? Let me get into that. Let me get into because I don't have much time. But let me go ahead and get into Instagram. So I started messing around on Instagram, right? I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. For those that tell me like, hey man, you should get on this. You should childless dog. The only reason why I got on Instagram. The only reason. What's up, Esther Benny from the Box State? How do you stay up overnight while driving? What do you eat and drink? You know what? Just I meal prep. I meal prep for the week. Try to eat as healthy as you can. Stay away from snacks. Stay away from sodas. Honestly, I don't even drink coffee. Not because coffee is bad for you. I'm just saying, myself, I'm not a coffee drinker. That's cool if you drink coffee. I'm not saying anything bad about coffee. That's cool. Drink coffee. I'm just saying I've never been a coffee drinker. But exercise when you can. Eat right. And get enough sleep. Get enough rest. When it's time to rest, it's time to rest. And that's another thing. That's another thing. If you have family at home, they need to know, dog. They need to know that when you get home, it's time for everybody to shut the F up. Because you're a trucker. You need to rest. You know what I mean? Because that does, every single day, there's not one day in America when there isn't a major truck accident. So everybody needs to understand their situation at home. How do you have it? Can you go home? And will your woman know that, hey, it's time for you to rest? I'm gonna handle the kids, and they need to know, man. They need to know, look, on your time off, it's your time off. You'll spend time with them and everything, but when you got to get up that next day, they need to know, hey, everybody needs to shut the hell up and leave daddy alone, because daddy's got to rest. Because the humming of the wheels on the road, if you're not well rested, it will make you go to sleep. What's up, Vince? To me, it's like everyone needs to take a break from social media and focus on going outside, like for walks or exercise. It's like social media taking over and ruining people. It can. It all depends how you use social media too. Because that's one thing. I'm not talking about you, Looney. I'm just saying in general. A lot of people blame social media, but in reality, it's them. It's how do they use it? What are they interested in? What are they looking at? What are they looking for? That tells you a lot about them. But okay, so before I get rolling, right? Instagram. So I got Instagram basically because I want to have people on the YouTube channel, and I will, Holmes. I will, right? Ain't nobody gonna give you their personal number. And I get that, dog. I'm not gonna be asking people for their personal number. Like, nah, screw that. Just give me your personal number. It's like, So their business card is what? It's Instagram. Hey, hit me up on IG. Hey, hit me up on IG. So I'm like, all right, cool. I have my Instagram going. Now, last year, 2025, I kind of stepped away a little bit to a certain degree from the YouTube channel, from this YouTube channel. And I started messing around over there on Instagram a little bit more. And, I started following a few people, started seeing what people were, doing and everything of that sort. But here's the problem that I have with Instagram, Holmes, okay? I'm not talking about the drama. I'm not talking, because I never really got into any of that. So I didn't really see much of it. But let me lower it down the window. This fool's done with this leaf blower. But here's the problem that I have with Instagram, dog, okay? Nobody talks. Nobody has anything to say. There are a few, don't get me wrong. There are a few people that want to come out there and spit some wisdom or chop it up. That's cool. That's great, dog. But most of the people that were getting at me and, hey, follow me, and they seem cool and everything, and yeah, dog, I followed them, they followed me and everything. Every time I go to their stories, every time I go to that little story thing up there, right, which only lets you record for like a minute, it's the same damn thing, dog. It's a Bible verse with some music behind it, or it's a recording of a motivational speaker. And it's not that that's an issue. The issue is that's the same thing that's on everybody's damn page. It's like, why don't you get on there and say something yourself? Like, instead of recording some motivational speaker and saying, oh man, people are going to get motivated by this, let me upload this to my channel. Why don't you say it in your own words? I don't hear anybody talking. I don't hear anybody say a damn thing on their Instagram. Instead, they just want to post a Bible verse that everybody else posted already. And it's like, it's all just a rerun. That's when I started doing I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be doing that, dog. I'll just come on here and say what I got to say. And I'm going to lie, man. Yeah, I see some motivational speakers. I'm like, you know what? That's a great message. I'm going to put that message out there, but in my own words. I will speak. I will talk. But that was my problem with Instagram, dog. Man, all these stories that are uploaded from all these different people, you go click on them, it's the exact same thing. The same Bible verses. With the same music, the exact same video, the exact same. And there's nothing wrong with the Bible. Shoot, I do Bible talk on this channel. I'm just simply saying it's the exact same thing on everybody's page. I'm like, man, you know what, Holmes? I can't wait to go home to YouTube. I cannot wait to go home to YouTube, dog. I'm glad to be home. What's up, UG? Shouts to UG out there on the East Coast, Holmes. But that was the problem. And by the way, I'm still on Instagram. If anybody wants to get a hold of me, I'm still, it's not like I took my page down. I'll probably still post a little bit here and there. Not much, because I'm back on here, dog. There's where home is at. YouTube, Holmes. For me. But if anybody wants to reach out to me, anybody wants to get at me or, have an idea or anything of that sort, you guys could go on Instagram at official Cholo Trucker. Again, I'm not really posting much over there anymore. I'm just kind of using it for the most part. I might post a little bit here and there. But for the most part, I'm really just going to use it for communication. That's about it. IG is my favorite. It would be, wouldn't it, Artie? It would be. For a vato like you, it would be. I don't know if that sounded like an insult or not, Holmes. I'm just saying it would be, Holmes. Oh, dog. But yeah, that was my only issue, dog. I got so sick of Instagram so damn fast, and I just stopped looking. People got at me like, "Hey, I noticed that you don't check out my page anymore." People were getting at me. By the way, what's up with all the hyenas over there getting naked and like Instagram allows all that stuff, dog. Like they weren't like completely naked, but I was just like, gosh darn it, man. Hannah's using this for like a damn Playboy session or something. And you guys want to know the crazy thing? Because I'm about to jump off of here. But you guys want to know the crazy thing? The crazy thing is, you get a lot of these hyenas, right? Over there on Instagram. They're all dolled up in, lingerie and bending over and sucking their finger and, pulling out a toy or whatever like that. And then like two pictures down, it's the same hyena hugging her 8 and 11 year old, talking about the best hood is motherhood. It's her two little angels and how blessed she is, how much God had blessed her. And it's like, wait a second, girl. Hold on. If I scroll two pictures up, there's a picture of you bending over on your bed with like a sex toy. Like, what the hell is this? Let's see what's up, Cholo. Just jumping in. Hope everything is good on the road. Yeah, dog. I'm out here on State Line, Prim, Nevada, but I gotta get rolling, man. I guess I just had an event on Instagram for a second, man. I'm glad to be off of there. I'm glad to. I mean, not off. Like my page is still up, and you guys can go hit me up on there if you guys want to get at me for whatever reason. It's still there, dog. But I'm not gonna be posting too much over there. Maybe a little bit here and there, but man, I'm glad to be back on YouTube. I'm glad to be back on YouTube. This is home. This is home. I got a lot of ideas, and we're just kicking off the year, Holmes. And let's see what happens, dog. In all reality, because I got let me see. I'll be in Los Angeles January 27th. All right, that's what's up, man. Hit me up, Eugene. Maybe we could link up. It's crazy that your Steelers won against Ravens because they missed. Hey, you know what? If you guys are into football, you guys could go check out Pick Six on YouTube. It's mainly my son's channel, but I am on there, and we're going to be covering the playoffs. Every single team for every single game on these playoffs, which is going to be, at least on paper, these playoffs look phenomenal, dog. At least on paper. On paper. All the games might suck, but on paper, it looks like it could be one of the best playoffs ever. Love the memes on IG and the women. Yeah. Anyway, all right, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to come on here for a second, and that's what I wanted to vent on. But I started this live. As soon as I went live, this dude came over here with the leaf blower and kind of, got me off track. But good thing my Raiders beat the Chiefs. That's the only. Hey, that was a good way to go out. That was a good way to go out. That's the Raiders' main rival right there. That's a good way. I mean, the Raiders are in bad shape. They are just in bad shape. They need they need a lot of work. A lot of work. You a Steelers fan? Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. If I'm gonna be honest, and I'll be honest, I don't look. I don't favor the Steelers to go too far in the playoffs, man. We got Monday Night Football against the Houston Texans, and honestly, if I were not a Steelers fan, I would 100% favor the Texans. Not to say that the Steelers don't got a shot, because they do. They've shown some fight. They've shown some good character, but then they're hot and then they're cold, man. Like the game that they had against the Browns, like, good gosh, they couldn't even get into the end zone once against the Browns. Like, son of a bastard. Anyway, all right, I gotta get up out of here. You guys be good. And as always, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of your surroundings and always keep it safe. This is blood makes you live below. It makes family. Till next time, this is the Cholo Trucker. Over and out.